Hello everyone, my name is Saira, and today I want to talk to you about learning English. Learning English changed my life. It helped me make friends and gave me more chances. At first, I was scared. I didn't know many words and my accent was different, but I didn't stop. I learned slowly, just like a baby learns to walk. Sometimes you may feel shy to speak. Maybe you are afraid of making mistakes, but remember, making mistakes helps you learn. If you don't try, you can't improve. Learning English is like learning to swim. At first, it feels scary, but once you start, you feel better. The more you practice, the easier it gets. One way to learn is by listening to English. When you listen, you get used to how words sound. You learn new words without even trying. It's like listening to your favorite music. You can also practice by talking to friends or even talking to yourself. I talk to myself in English sometimes. It feels funny, but it helps me. You can ask yourself questions and answer them. The more you talk, the better you get. It's okay if you don't know many words. You don't need to know big words. Simple words are enough. Just try to say what you want. People will understand. When I started, I was scared people might laugh at me. But I learned that if I don't speak, I can't get better. So, I spoke anyway. Most people were kind and helped me. If you feel nervous, that's okay. Take a deep breath, smile, and start talking. It gets easier every time. Another way to learn is by reading out loud. When you read, your brain gets used to words. It's like exercise. The more you do it, the stronger you get. If you don't know how to say something, ask for help. We all need help sometimes. Asking questions is how we learn. Believe in yourself. If you think you can't do it, it will be hard. But if you believe you can, you will get better. Learning English is like climbing a mountain. You don't get to the top in one step. You take small steps, one by one. Before you know it, you will be at the top. Start today. Speak English as much as you can. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just speak. Learning English is like planting a tree. You water it every day, and it grows slowly. But one day, it will be tall and strong. Remember, it's not about how fast you learn. It's about never stopping. Keep going, and one day, you will say, "I did it." I remember the first time I spoke in English. My heart was beating fast. I was scared I would make a mistake, but I spoke anyway. Even though I made mistakes, I was proud I tried. Speaking English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. Every time you speak, you are getting better. When I started, I watched movies in English. I didn't understand much, but I kept watching. I paid attention to how people spoke and used their faces and hands. I learned that speaking is not just about words. It's about feelings, too. When you speak, don't be afraid to show your feelings. Smile when you're happy. Frown when you're confused. Language is how we share our hearts. Sometimes you might feel stuck. You may think you're not improving, but that's normal. Learning is like climbing a hill. Some days are fast, some are slow. But you are always moving forward. Set small goals. One day, focus on new words. The next day, focus on speaking clearly. Little by little, you will improve. And when you learn a new word or have a conversation, celebrate. Every step is an achievement. I also wrote a journal in English. Every night, I wrote about my day. It helped me think in English and get better. When you practice speaking, try thinking in English. At first, you may translate in your head, But over time, you will think in English more easily. Find friends who want to practice with you. You can speak English together. The more you practice, the better you will get. Keep practicing and keep believing in yourself. You will improve. Chapter 2. Hello again. Let's talk more about practice. Practice is the key to learning English. The more you practice, the better you will get. At first, it may feel hard, but don't give up. Think of learning English like playing a sport. The first time you play, it's difficult. But the more you practice, the easier it gets. Learning English works the same way. Every day, try to practice a little bit. You don't need to practice for hours. Just 10 or 15 minutes a day can help you improve. You can start by listening to English. Listen to songs, podcasts, or watch videos in English. At first, you might not understand everything. But don't worry, your brain is still learning. When you listen, pay attention to how words sound. Try to repeat the words. This will help you get used to the sounds of English. The more you listen, the easier it will be to understand. Another way to practice is by reading. You can read books, news articles, or even social media posts. Start with easy texts like children's books or simple news. As you get better, you can read more difficult things. When you read, try to say the words out loud. This will help you practice speaking too. It's like getting 2 lessons in one. You can also write in English. Start by writing simple sentences. Write about your day or things you like. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just keep writing. Over time, your writing will get better. Speaking is very important too. Find someone to practice speaking with. If you don't have anyone, try speaking to yourself. You can pretend you are talking to a friend. Ask yourself questions and answer them. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will feel. You don't need to speak perfectly. It's okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn. It's important to practice every day, even if it's just a little bit. If you miss one day, don't worry. Just keep going. Little by little, you will improve. When I started learning English, I practiced every day. Some days, I didn't feel like it, but I still did it. Even if it was only for a few minutes, I practiced. Over time, I got better. You can also practice by using apps or online tools. There are many free apps that help you learn English. Some apps let you talk to people from around the world. You can practice with them and learn new words. If you make a mistake, don't be sad. Mistakes are part of learning. If you don't make mistakes, it means you are not trying. So, always try to speak, even if you feel nervous. Another way to practice is by watching movies or TV shows in English. At first, it might be hard to understand, but with time, you will catch more words. You will also learn how people speak in real life. Try to watch with subtitles. This will help you see the words and hear them at the same time. After a while, you won't need subtitles anymore. It's also helpful to find a study buddy. A study buddy is someone who helps you learn English. You can practice speaking together, listen to English, and share new words. You can learn faster with a buddy. If you can, try to speak with native English speakers. They can help you with pronunciation and teach you new phrases. They can also give you tips on how to sound more natural. One of the best things you can do is immerse yourself in English. This means surrounding yourself with English every day. Listen to English while cooking, cleaning, or even walking. The more you hear English, the easier it becomes to understand. Remember, learning English is not a race. Everyone learns at their own pace. Some people learn quickly and others take their time. That's okay. The important thing is to keep going and practice every day. When I learned English, I didn't understand everything at once. I didn't know all the words, but I kept going. I listened, I spoke, and I practiced. Slowly, I began to understand more and speak more clearly. Another tip is to set small goals. You don't need to learn everything in one day. Set a goal to learn 5 new words a day, or try to practice speaking for 5 minutes. These small goals will help you feel good about your progress. You will see that you are getting better every day. It's also helpful to track your progress. Write down the words you learn. Keep a list of new phrases. This will show you how much you've learned and keep you motivated. Lastly, don't forget to have fun. Learning English should be exciting. Find ways to enjoy it. Watch fun shows, read books you like, or play games that teach English. When you enjoy learning, it becomes easier and faster. Remember, learning English is a journey. It takes time, but every step brings you closer to your goal. Keep practicing, and soon you will see how much you've learned. So, every day, take time to practice. Listen, speak, read, and write. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more you practice, the better you will get. You can do it. Chapter 3. Hello everyone. Today, I want to talk about something very important. Fear. When we learn something new, it's normal to feel scared or nervous. But you can overcome this fear and build confidence. I remember when I first started speaking English. I was afraid people might laugh at me. I worried that I might make a mistake or say the wrong thing. But you know what? Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of learning. The first step to overcoming fear is understanding that it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. They help you learn. The more mistakes you make, the more you grow. When I started speaking, I was nervous. My voice would shake, and I would forget words. But I kept speaking anyway. I realized that the more I spoke, the less I felt afraid. One way to fight fear is to remind yourself that you are learning, not trying to be perfect. When you focus on learning, you stop worrying about being perfect. It's okay to make mistakes and not know everything. Another way to overcome fear is to practice every day. When you practice a lot, you get better. The more you practice, the more confident you feel. It's like learning to ride a bike. At first it's hard, but after practicing, it gets easier. Start by speaking in front of a mirror. Look at yourself and speak in English. This will help you practice and feel more comfortable. You can also practice with your family or friends. If you don't have anyone to practice with, don't worry. You can practice by yourself. Talk out loud when you're doing something, like cooking or cleaning. Pretend you are talking to someone. This will help you get used to speaking in English. It also helps to set small goals. When you reach a small goal, you will feel proud and more confident. For example, you can set a goal to learn 5 new words today. Or you can try to speak for 10 minutes without stopping. Remember, you don't need to speak perfectly. You just need to try. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is that you are trying. When I first started, I thought everyone would laugh at my accent. But I soon learned that people are kind. They don't laugh at you. They want to help you. If you don't know a word, ask them. People like to help when you are learning. Another way to feel more confident is by listening to English. When you listen to English, You get used to how it sounds. You learn how people speak and how they use their words. The more you listen, the more you will understand and feel comfortable. Also, when you listen, you can learn new words and phrases. You will hear how native speakers say things. This will help you speak more naturally. So, try to listen to English every day, even if it's only for a few minutes. Don't forget to smile. Smiling helps you feel more confident. When you smile, it makes you feel happy and less afraid. If you smile when you speak, it can also make others feel more comfortable. It also helps to remember why you are learning English. When you remember your reason, it can give you strength. Maybe you want to travel, make new friends, or find a better job. Whatever your reason is, think about it every time you feel scared. One way to build confidence is by reading out loud. When you read, your brain gets used to the words. It helps you remember how to say them. When you read out loud, you also practice speaking.